okay? I want to make sure you guys can hear me after the audio screw up last night. Well, figures, you know. Okay, so how are you all doing? Of course, everybody just left, but I'm alright. This stupid thing. Where did it put the editor? Yeah, I got a lot of emails and stuff. Hello, everybody. About that whole mere suspicion crap from last night. Like, lots and lots of emails, and I mean, you can't believe how many people were, like, thrown for a loop by that. Hey, Craig, Kim, Hawk, Ladybird, Diego, Finbar, of course. I don't intentionally miss anybody. But I wanted to kind of go over the whole thing because of the, what he said last night, you know, and yeah, right, Donkey? But that whole, you know, I had a lot of people kept asking me, is that a real thing? Is that, you know, is that true? What did he, you know, what does that mean? Blah, blah, blah. And I just wanted to kind of go over that, you know, a little more definitively because so many people were confused by it. Oh my freaking, Bow and Freeman are having a damn live stream war. So all they're doing is trying to see who gets the viewers. It looks like they're just goofing around. But there's no information, mere suspicion, reasonable suspicion, probable cause, and beyond reasonable doubt. Yeah, see, there's no such thing. Mere suspicion is basically their gut instinct. You know, that's not. Hey, Central Michigan. There is no term. Mere suspicion doesn't mean anything. It's not like it means there's a law. It does not justify anything. It does not give them probable cause. None of that. Like with Donkey, their mere suspicion was that Donkey was a bad guy because he was wearing a mask. That was their mere suspicion. I mean, that's not probable cause. That did not give them reasonable, articulable suspicion to take Donkey and his friend and throw them on the ground and slap them in handcuffs. It didn't. Right, well, I know it's illegal to wear a mask in some states, Boomer. I know that, like, you know, I also know it's illegal to wear it in D.C. city limits, and except on Halloween. But, you know, a lot of people were confused by his term, mere suspicion. So, yeah, Jerry, yeah, I was trying to get people's questions, but obviously we had a large panel last night. So, well, Fitzcam, I do give him credit for at least showing up, man, and at least talking. But this whole mere suspicion thing really caused an uproar with people. A lot of people. I mean, the emails are ridiculous. So many people are so confused over what was going on with that. And is that something they have to watch out for? Diego, there's just a lot of crap. There were certain people causing issues within the community, and some people got tired of it. You can't blame them. But I mean, yeah, exactly, Lady Bird. Like I said, with Donkey, their mere suspicion was that he was wearing a mask near a jail. Hey, Denise. That was their mere suspicion. He was wearing a mask near a jail. So their gut instinct was to go get an assault rifle and 10 other cops and flank him. I mean, what the... Well, Jerry Atkin, a lawful order is literally, give me your ID. That's what they're issuing an order with a consequence. You know, show me your ID. Open your trunk. Put your hands behind your back. These are lawful orders. When they're demanding something of you and there's a consequence as a result of not listening, that's a lawful order. At least that's how it was described to me. So, no, Hawkwind, yeah, I mean, the whole mask thing pissed me off. I'm sorry, but it was like, you know, wearing a mask, there's not, it was what, 20 degrees out when Donkey was out there? Hey, Greyhound lady. Diego, this isn't the place for all that, man. Honestly, I don't care about the drama. Exactly, James Barnes. That's exactly what it is, and that's what people need to know. Right, PNP, that's what throws people off. That's why we were talking last night about the whole litigation on the street. Sidewalk litigation. Sidewalk attorney. You know, they call you Walmart attorney sometimes. What's up, Big Nick? What's going on, bro? But the bottom line is, you know, we should not have... That was our point last night. We were all trying to get... and we would hope that law would learn this, is... You know, I'm just so over the sidewalk crap. You know, they never... I mean, you never see them say, let me look that law up to be sure. Let me make sure I'm in the right. You never see that. What's up, gray dude? So, I mean, you literally never see them say, okay, let me go double check that law just to be sure. What is so hard about that? Hey, Chris. Regan says, thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, I mean, it's just, that whole Donkey situation pissed me off, too. When he was like, oh, well, he's wearing a mask. You know, I don't care. It's 20 degrees out. Well, I mean, see, look at Finbar Martin, man. He's just quoting case law there. He's right. Yeah, Diego, I just don't want that crap in here, man. I don't care about it. I mean, I care about the cause. I care about doing what's right. I care about pushing forward. Screw the drama. Screw anyone that wants to start drama. I don't care. I care about mere suspicion being bullshit. That's what I care about. You know, I'm sorry, but the guy was pushing it as if it was... I mean, I don't think he intended to, but he was pushing it as if it was something that we have to concern ourselves with. And it's not. That's just their gut instinct. That's not a law. Gut instinct is not law. And that's why the reason I keep bringing him back is because he's teaching the next generation of law enforcement. So I'm hoping, maybe a glimmer of hope that we can instill in him some of these things. Teach the next generation of cops to look up a law instead of just assuming they're always right. It's really annoying. I mean, hey, Ben. But I mean, you guys don't understand the number of emails and stuff I got about that, and people yelling at me for not yelling at him about it. I'm like, we were trying to have a civil conversation, but, you are right. But yeah, I mean, keep that in your head, guys. There is no such thing as a legal mere suspicion. Does not exist. Yes, Floyd, that would be nice. I mean, that whole better quality person crap, paying higher salaries. Okay, well, you know what? If we're going to pay them these salaries, then they should have, I mean, they should be able to get that help. Hey, Richter. Hey, Urban Gypsy. Thank you, Richter. But there's just... Yeah, exactly, Steve. I mean... It just makes no sense that he was pushing that so hard. I mean... Yeah, we don't... but I'm saying, if they're making so much money, why aren't they getting mental help that they need? Why don't... hey, Sixth Estate. And Ben made a good point talking, and Todd both made the same point, that look how much politicians make. Look how much judges make. I mean, they make boatloads of money, people. Boatloads. But we're still dealing with corrupt politicians. Well, Jerry, you know what? I'll see if he'll be willing to come on for a third time. And, you had a whole lot of questions, so maybe we could get you on the panel. I'm going to work on getting that software that P&P uses for the multi-person video panel. I gotta work. He said it's like 15, 20 bucks or something like that, so I gotta try to get that situated. See if I can get a license to use it like he has. This way I don't have to bug him every time I want to use it. Hey, there you go, Big Nick. I keep saying furry potato for president. 2020. Yeah, well, I'm not saying pay them nothing. I'm not saying pay them low quality. What I am saying is the money they are getting should constitute better quality people, better quality officers. Officers that don't jump for the gun first, or second, or even third. Frog, I don't know who blocked you or why. I'll look into it. But Yeah, 6 stayed. It went until about 2 hours and 10 minutes, and then we hit technical difficulties. The sound went out for some reason. But, I mean, he said he'd be up for coming back again. Finbar, well, you never show your face. I know some people were saying the panel was too big, but, you know, I didn't know if he'd be willing to come back a third time, and I really wanted to have a good discussion with him. And so I tried to include people that I knew had really good questions and were willing to speak with him. Well, yeah, I mean, shouldn't you get what you pay for? If we're giving these guys hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, somebody had quoted, in LA, some, like, lieutenants are making, like, 260 grand. And, Richter, thank you, but Boomer is a mod in here. Just so, I mean, not to start anything, but Boomer is a mod in here. She's just not here at the moment. Thank you, though. I'm sorry that... I mean no disrespect, but Boomer's been a mod for me for a long time. But thank you. Yeah, well, that's the problem, Frog. We shouldn't have to take it all the way to the court. We should not have to go and get lawyers and civil attorneys and, you know, all this crap. Richter, thanks again, but, man. But, hey, Albert. Hey, Cece. But we should not have to take it to court. We should not have to. We should be able to, I mean, like I said last night, how many people go out auditing to a federal location and bring the DHS memo printed out with them? I've seen that quite a few times. Yeah, you're right, Taylor, and it does. It stays on your record until you have it expunged. Like Black Label's, what was it again? Fraud because he forgot to return a porno when he was young? I mean, seriously? That's fraud? Come on. And he had to fight and have it expunged. It cost him time, it cost him money. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's Norwegian money. Is that what it's called? Krones? I don't know how, is that how you say it? Yeah, I'd like to visit Norway someday. Hey, Cybertron. Yeah, exactly, Ben. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Is the guy, the cop, what happened with that? Not worried about no damn drama. I don't care about no drama. I don't want it in here. We're talking about mere suspicion. We're talking about better quality officers. Hey, John Valor. And Denise. Hope it was good porn. That's funny. never showed her name. You're right, CC. That's what we were talking about last night. We were talking, he was like, mere suspicion absolutely is a thing. Those are exact words. He said mere suspicion is a real thing. Mere suspicion is just gut instinct. That's all it is. It's not a legal term. It's not a justifiable term. It does not constitute probable cause. None of that. It literally just means their gut instinct. They use that as an excuse to put Donkey on the ground in the cold in handcuffs just because he was wearing a mask and holding a camera. That's it. No weapons. He was polite to them. He was cordial to them. I mean, I'm so mad at that video. I mean, yeah, the Walmart one sucked. What happened yesterday with the arrest sucked. But that Donkey one was... they literally put him face first in the ground. All because he was wearing a mask and holding a camera. Richter... Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he does, James Barn. You're right. Donkey absolutely has a great civil case. We all saw it. No muting people, no, and not unless it's deserved. People, my mods know that. They don't go crazy. They're not going to ban any people for no stupid reasons. They already know. So... all they did to Donkey was they trespassed him. That's all they did. After all that, that's all they did. It literally... that was so undeserved, so unjustified. Putting him face... No, CC, he never... he did go on the jail property, but it was a public parking lot. And when they got to him, he was actually... he had moved off property. And they still came out, flanked him. One guy had an AR. I don't know which kind, because I'm not a gun expert. Hey, Miss Constitutional. But he was still on public property, no matter what. It was just because he had a mask. But he was cordial to them. He was polite. He disengaged from them. It was not consensual. And they still surrounded him and put him in the dirt. Yes, you do have to leave, you're right. But they had not trespassed him yet. And he was already off of their property when they flanked him and put him in the ground. He was in their parking lot initially, yes. He did go into the building. Nobody said anything to him. Nothing. He didn't even argue, though, CC. That's just it. Even, Richter, please don't. But he, they went in the building and everything. Nobody said anything to them at all. Nobody trespassed him, nothing. And, hey Regan, good morning. They kicked him, he left. Him and his friend left the private property of their own accord. No, they weren't forced out. They weren't trespassed, nothing. They were walking on a footpath, leaving, when the cops finally confronted them. And it was solely because he was wearing a mask and had a camera that they did that. That is the only reason. So, I mean, that was a very bad video. Well, yeah, CC, watch it. I'm sure you'll see. Even the full 20-some-odd minute video that Ben has, you'll see he didn't do anything. They did, they went in the building, they walked around the parking lot, nobody confronted them, nobody messed with them, nothing. And it was when they were leaving on the footpath that they were confronted, flanked, and pinned. Ben, it's paypal.me/Regan Benson, all one word. James Barnes. Yeah, it was just bad. I mean, hey, Gray. It was just, oh, God, so frustrating. He was so cordial and polite to them. He asked them if they needed anything. Well, that's just it, Lee Schaefer. That's what we're trying to figure out. How do we stop it? I mean, seriously. It should never get to that point to begin with. And, we shouldn't have to go to court for it. We should not have to. Those cops knew the law. They know what trespass... They could have just as easily said, okay, well, you're already off property. Do not come back, or we will criminally trespass you. Okay, there you go. He was asked to leave. He was never given the opportunity to leave, even though he was already off of property. So, there was no right to trespass to begin with. Yeah, I know, CC, but our point, you know it. It should never get there to begin with. It was literally 20 degrees out. He's wearing a winter mask. It's not even like it was some kind of gang color, nefarious looking thing. None of that. It was a winter mask. And they feel that was enough to justify pinning him. Donna Miller, welcome, and everybody's important. Everybody. No matter what you do. All the support matters. Watching the videos matters. Watching whole commercials matters. Attending live streams matters. Giving your opinion, telling us your suggestions, it all matters. Every little bit counts. So don't feel like you're no one important, because that's inaccurate. Everyone is. Yeah, well, you know what? We can only do what we can do within the law. We do this, I keep saying this. We do this because it is the most legal, 100% legal way for us to express our rights and see what happens. We're not baiting. We're not out there trying to encourage encounters. Look at Crazy Carl's yesterday. Richter. Crazy Carl's Second Amendment audit yesterday. He was perfectly happy that they left him alone. Thanks again, Richter. He was perfectly content that they left him alone. So, I mean, that's great. People think we don't post passes, and we do. Yeah, CC, but hopefully we get there to begin with. Why is everybody speaking Norwegian now? Speak Spanish, I'm good. It's Regan, it's literally, his name is Crazy Carl. It should be... Can somebody post Crazy Carl's channel link, please? Hey, Samantha. Well, me too, Mrs. C, but then again, I've only done a few audits before my PO stepped in, so I have to wait to do any more. Oh, that's not right, Richter. Hey, Vondra. Hey, Rod. Yeah, well, see, that's what we need to focus on, CC, is exactly that. The movement, not the bull. We need to care about, like this. You know, I don't mind getting a bunch of emails about mere suspicion. That has to do with what we do and who we are. So I don't mind that at all. Let's talk about it. Let's make sure people understand that that has no effect. Wow, thank you, Richter. But, you know, people at Bridge, that would be Colorado Donkey Watch. Or it's also on Black Label's channel, Black Label Cop Watch. Oh yeah, Regan, there's tons in Texas. Tons. I couldn't believe Kodak was a pass. I thought for sure Kodak would come out and bug me. Yeah, well, Hillbilly Bob, you know, obviously, like I said, we stay legal, okay? We're not gonna... Even if we're right in defending ourselves, we're still wrong. The law says no matter what, we are still wrong. We are not allowed to defend ourselves against police, because that's automatically assault on a cop. You know, it turns into some serious felonies real quick. Yeah, you can't even get upset. Look at, like Garden says, you'll get a disorderly charge. It's like no matter what. Diego, I've seen a lot of videos. It's very hard to keep up. Hello, Hank. If I said that right. I've been getting on YouTube since it started. I just never started a channel. I never thought I would have a YouTube channel. Never. We need the image. You start with violence, you lose support. Yes, you're right, CC. But the problem is when they start with the violence, like Almost Park. You know, like Colorado Donkey Watch. That's, to me, that's violence. I've been in cuffs. That shit is not comfortable. Barnes, what do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Well, yeah, Hawkwood, but okay. Hey, Todd. Take the scenario like with the vet at Walmart. Okay, now obviously anybody walking by that hears the guy screaming, I have a spinal cord injury, it hurts, all that. I mean, what do? You're a passerby, you see this happening, you see 6 cops on a partially paralyzed, disabled vet who's screaming in agony. What do? Do you jump in? Do you know, I mean, that's the point. What do? He couldn't defend himself against 6 cops. They were obviously in the wrong. I mean, so what do? What is the right course of action? That's one of the things people need to learn. What do? I mean, I've seen times where I would love to have stepped in some way, even just to say stop. You know, maybe not get in physically, but to tell them you're hurting them and stop. Don't do that. You're wrong. And that almost always leads to obstruction of cop. Disorderly conduct. I mean, there you go, Todd. That's exactly it. Record. Expose. You have to, yeah. Exactly, Pender. That's why we have our cameras. But how many times now? How many times have we seen videos? Somebody's filming the cops at a traffic stop. Obvious Fourth Amendment violation. You watch the whole thing. You see there's no cause. They still go through the person's car. Record it. Zoom in. The cops will try to stop you. Some will stand right in front of you. Some will block your camera with lights. But record. That's why I was telling people about using, like this whole live streaming thing I talked about the other day. So many people are going live when they're in the field. And they don't have a... Thanks, Richter. You know, so many people, they only have that one camera. That one phone. So they don't have a backup, and they go live. Live streams are notoriously unstable. They really are. And so, that's why I was telling people, use a screen recorder. Start the screen recorder before you start your stream. This way, it will record, even when you're live, even if people are buffering on the other end, it's not buffering on your phone. You still got a crystal clear image on your phone. And the screen recorder will record that. And even if they hit end live stream, it'll still record audio. So, always run a screen. If that's your only means of recording is one phone, and you want to go live, run a screen recorder first. Well, Richter, I'm not sure how it is in Norway, but here, resisting almost always leads to just more violence, more charges. I've never seen personally, I've never seen a case where somebody resisted and did not get a charge for it. Well, you know what? Sometimes you have to. You know what? It's better to give your ID than it is to sit in jail for however long. I mean, look at what happened with Pink Camera Magic and the post office. They harassed her and harassed her and harassed her until they put her in jail. And they basically forced her to take a deal or sit in jail for, 40 days or 45 days? That was her options. Take the deal or sit in jail. I mean, if you take, I'm sorry, but not everybody can just go to jail. They can't just sit in jail for a month or 2 or 3 or however long it takes. I mean, it's just, sometimes you have to. Fight it later, if you can try and get a civil attorney and fight it that way. Yes, anybody in Colorado, please, hey Ed Ramirez, anybody in Colorado, get a hold of Regan and put together a large demonstration. It's, there's only, we got Brian Loma, we got Regan, we got Pikes Peak, Colorado Donkey. Let's try and get everybody together. Richter. Americans are getting more and more stupid. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, good, Regan. Yeah, so anybody, get in touch with Regan. Talk to her. Help her do, she doesn't just demonstrate. She helps the homeless. I mean, do what you can. Whatever you can. Hey, Fast. And like I said, as far as these streams and stuff go, I'm going to try to get that program that we used last night so I can do more live streams with video panels. Fast, yeah. Right now, I mean, hey Ian. As far as the Eric situation, what we know for a fact is they canceled Black Label's video visit. They cut Regan's video visit short. And Eric did not do a 10 o'clock phone call that he was supposed to do last night. Yeah, Pinder, it did. Boomer. So, I mean, right, I know Black Label talked a bit about the Section 7 of their guidelines as far as sharing content publicly rebroadcasting it, things like that. And that's probably why they cut Regan short. Oh, okay, Regan. Richter. I mean, Regan, if I were you, for now at least, until you know definitively, whether or not they're going to try to block rebroadcasting, I would not broadcast it. Record it locally, at least so you have a recording of it. But we don't want Eric to get completely banned from video meetings, because that gets him out of his cell, and you know that makes all the difference in the world. So, you know, we do not want to ruin that for him. We can all settle for verbal updates from Regan and from Pikes Peak and on how Eric is doing for now, until we know definitively what's going to happen. You got 18 days in jail for that? Here, that would have got you, well, in where I live in New York, that would have got you at least 30 days. Yeah, Boomer, that's what I'm wondering too. That's what we got to look into. We'll have to figure out what's allowed and what isn't. Like I said, the last thing we want to do is ruin it for him. You're right, Regan, they do, but whatever it takes to help Eric. You know, whatever gets Eric out of his cell, whatever gets him to, you know, to break the monotony, trust me, it makes a difference. Hillbilly, yeah, I'll do that. I did do an intro to the video that showed everybody's name, but I see what you're saying. I'll work on that. See, the hard part is I can't just put tags on the screen, because the program automatically shifts the video tiles around. Yeah, I know, Tay, but that's why I'm saying let's not make it worse. At least in, like, you know, the whole broadcasting thing. Ben found the Section 7 in their guidelines, which did stipulate that you can't rebroadcast their content. Even as stupid as it may be, it is in their guidelines. Well, Boomer, they claimed copyright laws. If I remember right, they claimed copyright law, which is law. They do own the copyright on that. They own that software. They own that logo. So, you know, that's where the copyright law comes into play. Richter. I don't know. I think I'd put Merb first. You're right, Ladybird. Well, see, you know what? European countries seem to be a lot more lenient on what you can say and do with police. I mean, you know, I've seen videos from Britain and from Wales and from Ireland where people really resist the cops hardcore, like pushing them, you know, screaming at them, all that stuff, and not get a single charge. They don't even get cuffs. Boomer. Well, yeah, same as constitutional. When it falls, you can do fair use, yes. You have to make sure that what you're doing falls under fair use, but yes. If you're presenting it in such a way like news, then yes, it falls under fair use. Now, they can still come at you for privacy issues. So, I mean, there's just a lot to it. There is a lot that is involved in that. Richter. Looks like you got a fan, Miss Constitutional. Well, no, Regan, please do. I just don't want... I don't want it to get to a stage where they say, okay, just screw it, don't let him have any more video chats at all, and come up with some excuse as to why. I mean, that's the one thing that I don't want to happen. Because breaking up that monotony and coming out for a half-hour video chat, that really helps with the passing the time. Well, Regan, you're right. Like I said, I worry about them retaliating. That's what I worry about. Right or wrong, obviously we know no matter what, they're going to retaliate. We've seen it happen with Bao. We saw it happen with Bunny Boots. I mean, it's just... I don't want to make it worse for him. Hello, Time for Changes. Well, Todd, if I can get him to come back again, maybe you could sit on the panel, have a chat with him. We'll keep it small. Maybe we can do just a straight up one-on-one debate. I'll moderate, you and him. Well, yeah, Regan, I know you. You know, I trust you to do the right thing. You know, you talk to Eric. You know what he wants. I just worry. That's all. I've been in his shoes, so I worry. Let it go, Ladybird. You're right, Boomer. They are. You're absolutely right. Just like making Regan come back. 4 hours of travel time, $50 in fuel, for nothing. Man, talk about doublespeak. Conditions stated herein is a breach of this agreement, which may result in termination of the agreement without refund and civil and criminal penalties. What the? Hey, misconstitutional, translate that. Richter. Ian, have fun. Jerry. Yeah, Ben, why don't... I mean, you and Regan can sit down with Miss Constitutional and go over all of that. Figure out, you know, a way to make it work for everybody. Richter. Hey, Lone Wolf. You mean she, Garden? Oh yeah, Ian. He's got a hard-on for me like you wouldn't believe. And he thinks Black Label's like his best friend, and it's just putting on a front. Sorry, no drama. Can't resist. Oh my god. Sometimes I hate phones. Well, I hate phones all the time. Oh, not today, Ranger Horse. It's okay. I mean, people don't have to donate to me. You know, no one forces them to. Beanie E, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Lee Schaefer, I don't know what the solution is. I wish I did. All I know is that we have to continue standing up for our rights. That's all I can say. Albert, nobody bought my channel. I mean, if you notice, Boomer is a big girl. She can handle herself just fine. Hey, Kumanina. How are you? No, Albert, I'm trying to keep up with everybody, man. I'm talking about what's going on in the movement. Boomer is a big girl. She can handle herself. She can decide for herself. Richter knows that Boomer's a moderator here. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm tired of all bullshit drama and all that. I don't care about it. I mean, I'm not... Don't put me on the spot on that. I'm not... Like I said, they're both adults. Whatever. Hey, Maverick. Well, that Lee Shaver, that's just one of those things, man. It's going to be up in the air for a long time. Trying to figure out what is the right course of action. Maverick? topic of the day is mere suspicion means nothing. And Regan, we need to find more people in Colorado to back up Regan. Maverick, I think they're working on trying to get together. News Now Colorado and Fast and Pikes Peak, Regan, Brian Loma. Oh my God. Whatever your issue is with Boomer, Boomer is my mod. She's been my mod for a long time, and I'm sorry, but I'm not taking her off. What, Ben? Huh? What did I miss? Richter, nobody has banned anybody. If she thinks you're being threatening, and she bans you, no threats, period. No threats to anybody for any reason, period. Boomer's a big girl. She can handle name calling just fine. As long as there's no threats, I don't care. Oh. Threw me off there, Ben. Nobody timed you out, Richter. There was no timeouts. Nobody's been timed out. Albert, oh my God, would you guys stop with this? This isn't about Richter and Boomer's fight or whatever you want to call it. It has nothing to do. He donated. Great. That doesn't buy me. Hey, John. No, you weren't, Richter. Nobody has been timed out. I didn't see. Okay, maybe something it didn't show me then. I didn't see a timeout. I'm being honest. I didn't see it. Okay, well, if there was a timeout, I missed it. Okay, whatever. Let's move on with life. Hey, Z, what's up, man? Everybody's all amazed. The little blonde lady said the F word. Right, Maverick, that's what we were talking about, like last night when I brought up the whole consensual conversation. No, it's not, DA. Don't even try that, no. We were talking about Donkey and how that was not consensual. It was not a consensual conversation. And look what happened. All because he was wearing a winter mask in 20 degrees and he was holding a camera. Oh, Aaron, shut up. Why aren't you blocked in here? You were just a little mouse troll. Somebody who actually thinks mouse is something. It's just weird. Well, Lee Shaper, you keep saying, what's the solution? What's the solution? Well, what is your solution? We can't just all pick up guns and knives and baseball bats and go beat up the cops and say we take over. Doesn't work that way. You're right, I don't know, Trodeben. Sorry if I said that wrong. No, it's not how it works. You cannot just go running out to a police station with 100 people armed and... Oh yeah, Hawkwind it was. It was freaking hilarious. But that would not do anything. That would not solve anything. Go ahead, John. You can ask whatever you want. Okay, Lee Shaper, so in court. Okay, we could try to fight it in court. Now you're talking about many, 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 many thousands of dollars in lawyer fees, processor fees, all that stuff. Yeah, it would be great if everybody worked together and helped support that. Unfortunately, we haven't reached that level yet. It would be great if we had millions of people that teamed up and chipped in $1 each and got the best civil rights attorneys we could find. That would be awesome. The problem is doing that. Getting those people to agree. John, I don't know of any that think that corrections officers are cops. Jailers, you see, there's a difference between prison and jail. Jails are run by sheriffs and sheriff deputies. Those are real cops. Prisons they have corrections officers. Those corrections officers have absolutely no authority outside that property line. And every auditor knows that. Once that property ends, there's no... Corrections officers have no authority unless they're, like, searching for somebody, an escapee. And, you know, they're deputized or whatever. I don't know exactly how that works, but that's the only time they can leave that property and still be worth anything. I'm not too scared to... Richter, if I was too scared to make a difference, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this. You think you guys have no idea the phone calls that have been made to certain people. How am I too scared, Richter? Because I don't want to pick up a baseball bat and chase a cop? That would be suicide. Well, I don't know about where in Texas or whatever, but here in New York State, all jails are run by sheriffs and sheriff deputies. and prisons are corrections officers who are not cops. I'm scared of what, Richter? Oh, hold on. Eric got in touch with someone just this morning. They locked him down yesterday, and his kiosk is still not working. We're getting some information that he wants us to do, and I will make a video. Okay, so everybody keep an eye on Boomer's channel. She's gonna do a video when she knows exactly what's going on with Eric. So they did lock him down yesterday. That would explain why he didn't make that call last night. Your jailers, I don't know what you mean by jailers. If you mean corrections officers, then yes, they are not deputized. They are not cops. They have no authority outside of where they work. Richter, you know, you even realize what we put up with by putting our face on here doing this? Regan, yes. Boomer just found out that they had locked Eric down yesterday. And the kiosk is still not working, and to keep an eye on Boomer's channel for more updates. You're right, Mrs. Constitutional. That's absolutely true. Ranger, I never would... I don't know what you mean by that, Ranger Horse. Do you mean you wouldn't put your face on here? Well, okay, Richter, that's your life experiences. I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. It doesn't work that way here. We can't just go and fight the cops. I mean, we can't just, you know, we got National Guard, you got other police districts. If people picked up guns against the government, guess what? The government has bigger guns. Which is why people keep saying it has to be fought in the courts, not on the street. The problem is taking the fight to the courts. You know, like Boomer keeps saying, like we keep talking, hey, our boy. The point is, we need to keep trying to do what we're doing. We need to keep pushing, keep standing up, keep spreading the word. You know, Regan needs people locally. Regan needs help locally. You know, she needs people there on the ground with her. So anybody in Colorado or is willing to travel to Colorado, please contact Regan Benson. Exactly. There you go, Black Label. It's a marathon. People want to help. Yeah, we need civil rights attorneys on our side. We need people willing to fight it in the courts. I'm not an attorney. I don't know nearly enough about law to be standing in a courtroom trying to do that. So I do this. I do what I can. Alright, cool, Menina. It's not, well, yeah, you need to convince the jurors to side with us. That's just like convincing the public. I'm not sure what that is, Z. Right, Ranger Horse, but we also need to get rid of the ones that bring us down. You know, and I'm not trying to start drama or nothing here, but you got people like Mouse who just bring us down. They do nothing beneficial. They don't help at all. Well, thank you, Michelle. I try. And I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep, that's what I was talking about with getting the software. I want to get the software, get it set up so that I can also, because P&P is going to do more. Black Label's going to do a lot more of these, so keep an eye on his channel. And we all keep doing this. We all keep working together. Oh, Miss C. That's it? Oh my... Oh my God, guys. I'm assuming Miss C's allowing me to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. Miss C was in a medical scare. She has battled pancreatic cancer in the past, and she had not been feeling well, and she had a spot, and they did a biopsy, and it's just a cyst. It's not cancer. So that is amazing news. It's not pancreatic cancer. It is just a cyst. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Ooh la la, I don't know what you're talking about. Bottom line is, I'm trying to do what I can with what I got. This is what I have. I don't have much, but it's something. So, I'm trying to do what I can with what I got. People donate to me, they want to help me, that's great. They want to help Regan, that's great. Everybody check out the link that Blank Label just posted in the channel. Alright, King Luther. So, that's such great news. Alright guys, well, been up for an hour and a half. I gotta get some stuff done here before a visiting nurse stops. So, alright, AK Lady, just text me and keep me updated, please. Alright, Z. So, there's the information there from Tex Rose. Everybody check out the link, the CNN link that Black Label just posted. Like I said, guys, I'm going to keep working towards trying to get the software set up and everything. And Ladybird, I'm going to try and... Yeah, I know, Jerry, I'm trying to figure that out myself. Thank you, Hillbilly. And Richter, thanks for all the super chats. If anybody wants to donate to me, there's the link there right above my head. If you want to donate to Regan, it's paypal.me/Regan Benson, one word. Okay, oh my God. Thank you all for stopping in, hanging out, and I don't know, I think Ben said he might be live later. Maybe an update about the whole Brett Landry thing. But otherwise, guess I'll see you guys on the next one.